Welcome back, folks, to Ratchet and Clank. We are about to take on our very first boss of the game.
Oh my god.
And is it gonna happen?
Mr. Zurkon. Yes. Yes, Will.
You guys been talking,
Yes.
Mr. Zurkon? I have no clue what you guys are talking
This is where the game begins.
Mr. Zurkon is great. He's the best thing about this game.
I don't unleash him yet. One does not simply unleash Mr. Zurkon.
Who is Mr. Zurkon?
There is
That
Mr.
is
Zurkon.
Mr. Zurkon?
That's
That
Mr.
is
Zurkon.
Mr. Zurkon.
You don't really get the full brunt of Mr. Zurkon unless you can hear his dialogue.
There are subtitles.
Basically, he's just a robot who flies around you and also helps you kill people by shooting them, but also he's just really likes killing things. It's like his favorite thing, and he just talks about it all the time, and it's great.
That's Mr. Zurkon in a nutshell. I think his dialogue in this game is not as strong as the other games, but he's got some pretty solid lines here.
Well, I imagine, they probably restrained him considering they had to make Ratchet and Clank family friendly.
No. Ratchet and Clank's always been family friendly.
Well,
other
not
than the butt
really,
jokes.
because you realize that they named most of the Ratchet games after some pretty risque stuff.
Yeah, but they're silly though. They're silly. They are very silly titles. They're not like Ratchet and Clank. Fuck your mother. They're just sort of these they're goofy butt jokes. They're the kind of jokes that fifth graders say.
Yeah, I wonder if Jordan has a point though, because this was based off a movie, so I wonder if there were some rights there, legal things, hey, because this movie was, I don't know, rated a certain rating, the game's got to have dialogue.
No, I mean the game's still rated teen, so doesn't really matter. I don't think.
Yeah, okay, yeah, then probably not. All right, well then, yeah, no excuse for Mr. Zurkon.
Man, when was the last time I thought about a video game's rating? Jeez. You know how that's a big part of your life at one point in your life? And it's just weird to think of? It's weird to think of oh man, I want to see this movie, but it's 14A and I'm only 13.
Yeah.
I can't get in. Man, what a strange time of your life.
I remember when I turned 18 and I realized that I didn't whenever a website asks your age, I'm just I don't have to lie anymore.
You're talking about porn websites, right?
Huh?
You're talking about porn websites, right?
No. I'm talking about regular websites, for example, for say really rated M games, or for certain different things, because
Sure.
a lot of things sort of lock you out unless you're either 13 or 16 or 18, depending on whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's I just realized I don't have to get permission for shit anymore.
Did you guys see the that short video someone made of a arm of a robot clicking on that "I am not a robot"?
Oh
thing?
yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
it's great. They're learning.
Yeah, but I think I realized that thing I was talking about when I was on Steam. It's put in your age. I'm oh, I don't have to lie.
It's so arbitrary though. It's that's
extremely
exactly
arbitrary.
it.
It's a 13-year-old's not going to be able to figure out how to put their year to 1901. What are you really doing, Why are we wasting time on this?
It's probably just a legal thing. It's we warned you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I like this room because it's a giant party room with different levels of stuff, and once you get the Groovatron going, then everyone's just dancing along, and yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the age stuff, when I was first getting my PS2, I was probably 13 or something. I think I was 13, maybe I was 12. But and I really wanted to buy GTA 3 as my first game, and the guy at the EB Games was like,
Nope.
well, no, he was I was with my dad at the time, and he was just so you know, Dad, this is it's not super appropriate for kids and whatever. I mean, I'll sell it to you obviously, but just wanted to give you the heads up, because this was amidst all the standard GTA 3 controversy that was happening at the time. And so my dad sort of looked at me, and he was like, don't tell your mom. And I felt really bad about that. I felt super bad about that because also my dad also didn't care at all for sure. He sort of just said that, I think, because he felt like it was a thing he had to say. But it still made me feel really bad, so I bought Final Fantasy X instead.
I mean, like I had that too. Like, my parents were like very like they didn't know about like rating systems very well, and in fact they still don't. But it's just like they sort of tried to get stuff that was like roughly my age range, I guess. So it's like if it was like some like really like super serious shooter thing, they wouldn't really buy it for me unless I like really super wanted it, which I didn't really often want because I've never really been into like hardcore shooter games.
Yeah, my parents never really cared because, like, by the time I was 12, my parents were like, yeah, you can handle whatever, it's fine. Like, they walked in on me watching the South Park movie when I was like 10 years old, and once that happened, the floodgates were open at that point, you know?
Yeah, I roughly stayed within, I guess, like, the range of games that I could play growing up as a teenager, so like I didn't really play a lot of M games, but I did play like anything under that.
Yeah. Like
it was maybe like the odd shooter, and then like eventually I got a little bit into Halo, and that was nice, and then by the time I started like getting out like really into Halo, like I was already old enough to buy these things by myself.
Yeah, like the edgiest thing I played was probably like Star Wars Battlefront, but I think we were in high school by that point, so yeah.
That's not edgy, Will.
No, exactly. Like, but dude, everything before that was like, you know, friendly platformers, got our Sonics or Spyros or Crashes, you know, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, back on topic. Welcome to the first boss. This thing is...
Oh man, that thing has amazing moves.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it can really bust a move. It's good for a first boss in the sense that there's no real strategy to beat it. Like, you're literally just pumping ammo into the thing, which also sort of takes away from it. Like, you're not gonna die from that thing. You're gonna die from the environment or those mooks that he sends out. Or just from, like, running out of ammo, because that's a thing that can totally happen. But the boss itself, it's not even that satisfying to beat, because, like, there's no real feedback from the boss. Like, you know, usually when in other games, when you get a boss down to like maybe a third of its health and then two-thirds of its health, it evolves or it does something like, you know, to show you that you've reached a certain mark. But this thing just keeps dancing. So, you know, I find it really not satisfying to defeat.
I don't know. I'm satisfied just watching this guy bust a move.
Sure. I mean, hey, I'm sure it tears up the dance floor at DDR night, but, you know, as for defeating it as an actual boss, I
kind of feel like all the bosses in this game are pretty meh. I don't really think bosses have ever really been this game series' like strong suit. Like, I've always thought, I mean, it's obviously like all the fun weapons and some of the really cool branching pathway level design, and like often the Clank levels are really cool, though I do think this game sort of drops the ball on that one. I just like the bosses have never really registered for me in this game series, and this game is really no different.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember like a single I can't really recall like a notable boss fight in the previous games now to think of it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I feel like one of us has asked this question before, but since we mentioned and since he's busting a move and somebody mentioned DDR, are any of you guys actually good at DDR?
No, I've played DDR. Oh, excuse me, I played DDR maybe just like 3 times ever in my life. I'm a Guitar Hero man. You know, like you put a Guitar Hero controller in my hands and I can tear some shit up, but.
Jordan, you were there with me when we played Just Dance at the Switch event. Like, Jordan won. Jordan was happy. I was gassy. Canonically, Jordan is the better dancer into 3 Amiibros.
That says a lot about you by accident.
Yeah, you know.
I've also
That's
never
true.
played Just Dance or Dance Central. I've never really played any dancing game.
I've never played Just Dance until Will and I went to like the Switch events, and we played. That was like the first Switch game we played because everything else was taken, and that was a
Just
fun
Dance.
experience. I still like the random ass song we ended up just like putting on, but
What
it
was
was
it?
like. It was like this original song for the Just Dance, I think, called "Ghost in the Keys."
Yeah, it's like a Halloween song or something, and
It's a very weird but funny song, but that was amusing. But I'm just like I'm not a dancer.
No, I will not be buying that game when I eventually get the Switch.
I would like to try Dance. Like Dance Central always seemed like sort of the better one of those, but it's really hard to get that set up now because you need to connect for it. And
You know what
one's
we
got
should
that.
do? You know what we should do next multiplayer session? Dance Central Amiibros. Just Dance Amiibros.
Just get
I
the
think you
camera set
mean
up.
Dan Central.
No, Just Dance.
Oh wait, Dan made a pun. Mark your
Just
calendars.
Dan 2017. I'm taking it solo, boys. Screw you.
Right, so that was the boss. Totally unsatisfying finish. God, just
Where does he pull that out from?
I don't want to know.
shrink.
He just like pulls that out of his butt, and it's like it was definitely not there a second ago.
No,
Everyone's
it
got
wasn't.
really big
I-
pockets in this universe.
Yeah, let's. So this is a cutscene. Yeah, think about it.
This looks like Buzz Lightyear wings.
They do.
Oh wow, it does. We're just admiring the.
Nah,
the
I don't know. I think it's legit to just let the cutscenes play. Like they're good. They're good cutscenes. They got jokes in them.
Oh, fair enough. And now I think I'm just going back to the beginning of the level. Oh wait, no, it
Yeah.
takes you through a slightly different path, so you can actually collect stuff.
Oh yeah, more boxes,
you're
more
missing
training
a
cards.
card.
Will, you better get that card. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you skipped that card, Will, I would have been so mad.
When I was
Is it a
quickly,
blue-eyed
so mad at
dragon?
you.
when I was quickly like scrolling through the proxy to remind myself earlier what part we were doing, I got to this part. I'm like, wait, did I fucking miss the card? And then I turned around. I was like, okay, good pass, Will.
Yeah, I really hate when I watch the episodes of myself, like of just the raw playthrough, and I'm like cutting it for our episodes or whatever. I always hate being like, why did I do that? Why would I do this? Why did I take this turn here? I know what the answer is obvious. It's just really hard to get yourself in that headspace of when you recorded it.
Test Let's Play. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. Did I cough through that? I meant to say Test Let's Play.
No, I don't do those, Will. I like to have fun when I record my Let's Plays.
No, it's rigorous work. No fun involved. Gotta memorize every last move, Dan.
No fun allowed.exe.
Okay, I'm just upgrading things.
Oh
but
man,
I
I'm
should be
surprised it
doing.
took you this long to actually upgrade this Groovatron,
Yeah,
considering
that's-
you use it so much.
yeah. I wonder why too.
I can't believe you didn't even
Will.
finish the circle. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. That
God
was just
damn it, Will.
all part of
You're,
the Test Let's Play.
You're getting me on edge this episode.
Wait, what else did I do?
You
I
almost
bought
missed those
Zurkon.
cards.
Oh, I
You
bought
almost missed those
Zurkon.
cards. You almost missed getting that pickup or the power up.
I bought Zurkon. That should have made everyone happy.